Hi, third graders. We are going to work on page 119 in our math journal. See that number at the bottom, 119. Okay, and remember, anytime you can stop the video if you've got to find something or your pencil breaks. Okay, we're going to look at identifying the type of word problem and then choosing the operation. So let's kind of review a little bit. We're going to look at equal group problems, array problems, and area problems today. So you remember area is the amount on the inside, right? Equal groups, self-explanatory. And then arrays are those ones that have rows and columns of things, or rows with the same number in each row. So you're going to have to be able to identify the type of the problem and then the operation. Remember, operations in math are multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. We're not doing any addition and subtraction right now. Let's look at number 1. Students in Mr. Till's class hung their paintings on the wall. They made 6 rows with 5 paintings in each row. How many paintings did the students hang? Good mathematician will always bracket their question, right, and underline that label. Reread it. How many paintings did the students hang? We're looking for paintings, but remember, I've said they don't always put the label in the question, and you might have to look back in the story. Okay, I wrote the word deal up here as a reminder to myself to go ahead and make sure I do all parts of a deal problem. So let's reread that one more time. Students in Mr. Till's class hung their paintings on the wall. They made 6 rows with 5 paintings in each row. How many paintings did the students hang? Let's start by drawing our picture. That's going to help us figure out if it's an array, an equal group, or an area problem. So if he made rows, there are 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there are 5 in each row. I'm just going to write the number 5. I'm not going to draw 5 of anything. This is faster. What does that look like to you? An array, an equal group, or an area problem? Hopefully, you know it's an array problem, right? We've done a lot with rows of things. Now we have to figure out, is it a multiplication or a division problem? Remember, in multiplication, we're looking for the total. If it's a division problem, they give us the total and we're sharing it out. Okay? Do we have a total here? We don't. We're trying to find it. So that means we're going to have to multiply to find our total. I know that in an array problem, it's rows of things, right? I have 6 rows of 5. Remember that multiplication can be rows of or groups of. We've practiced 6 rows of. Crossing our arms, you could cross your fingers, okay? 6 rows of 5. Maybe you're getting pretty fast with your multiplication. Okay, otherwise, we're just going to count by 5s and find our total. So go ahead and do that. You should have 30 what? 30 paintings. Okay, I'm going to double check myself. I see my drawing, I see my equation, my answer, and my label. Now for number 2, we get to write a problem that's exactly like the one above. So it's got to be an array problem, and it has to be multiplication. Okay, we're going to write our own. So think about what we could put in rows, right? Maybe it could be apples. Maybe you want apple picking. Okay, and we're going to have to find the total. So we're not giving our reader a total. So let's say Joe put apples in rows. He made, let's pick a number. Let's say 4 rows with 9 apples. in each row. How many apples does Joe have? Okay, if you need to pause to write that question down, write that story problem down, go ahead and do that. And we're going to solve it. Remember, it has to be an array multiplication. So I see my rows. I have 4 rows. And how many apples are in each row? There are 9. Right? So there's my proof that it's an array. If I were going to solve this, I would say I have 4 rows of 9. Okay, use your 9s trick. Maybe you know the 9 song. 9, 18, 27, 36. Ooh, 36. 36 what? Apples. Okay, here's my D. Here's my E, my A, and my L. Okay, we're going to do one more, the very bottom. Let's skip to number 4. And we'll probably work on some of these together in small groups. So make sure that you don't do problems beyond the ones that I asked you to do right now. Okay, let's look at number 5. Oops, I said 4, but we're going to skip that. Number 5. Pierre built a rectangular pen for his rabbits. The pen, or cage, is 4 feet wide and 6 feet long. What is the area of the pen? What is the area of the pen? Would that be an array problem, an equal group problem, or an area problem? They're asking us for the area, right? Now, is area the label? Think about that. Remember, I said sometimes they give us the label. We are looking for the area, but you know that area is measured in different ways. Could be in inches, could be in miles, could be in feet. So our label is going to be in feet. Okay, but remember, if we're finding the total, the area on the inside, it has to be in squares. So we're going to want to make sure that we have square feet as our label. Okay, let's see what would that look like. A rectangular pen, a cage that's a rectangle, 4 feet wide. So wide is side to side, and long is 6. It's up and down. So my length has to be longer than my width, right? Maybe it looks a little close. You want to be able to tell that this side is longer than this one. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and create that rectangle. There's the pen or the cage for the rabbit. I'm looking for what's on the inside, right? So remember that has to be in squares. Think about almost like an array, isn't it? It's almost like rows and columns. I have 6 and 4 as my factors. I've got to find the area on the inside. So count by 6 4 times or count by 4 6 times. Either way, because you can do the flip-flop to solve it. And hopefully you come up with 24. Here's my drawing. Here's my equation, my answer, and my label. I know it's an area problem, right? They ask me right there, but I don't know multiplication or division, right? I didn't know that before, but now I do, right? I didn't have the total. If they had given us the area on the inside and we were trying to find one of the missing sides, then we would have been dividing because we would have had the big total. But now we had to find the total, all right? Make sure you bring your math journal to small group all week to be prepared, okay? And please don't go ahead and do anything other than what we work on together during these video lessons.